All right, we're just gonna be piddling around a bit now. You can see what I just, my boring life as I run around and, oh, they're done. Oopsie, there we go. Let's turn this back off. Actually, let's leave it on. Let's see how long we can stress the system. I just ran a new power line here somewhere. There it is. I ran a new power line into here because between what I was doing over in the workshop, and I think this was actually the culprit, was the crystal growth accelerator, and the fact that I now have stuff in the ME drive, which shouldn't draw that much power, I would think. Everything was shutting down, lost power. It was not a pretty sight. Let's see. Take that out. What was I working on? Oh, yeah. I need... Actually, don't I have an ME terminal? Oh, I need a crafting terminal. That was what it was. Okay. Sorry, I just got out of bed a little bit ago. Haven't had the coffee yet. So I need an annihilation core. I need an annihilation core. Oh, I got the wrong thing. Told you, haven't had the coffee yet. Ack. So let's get... This was not what I built this, ground this up for. We'll just make 10. So when you want to make a pure crystal, this point it's going to be nether quartz. You take your dust and you take your sand and you get seeds, crystal seeds, which if you know anything about growing crystals, a lot of methods require what they call a seed crystal, a small amount of crystalline material. Yeah, let's put that in. This doesn't take that long. It takes about 3 minutes, I think. It'll sit there and cook. See all the lightning around it? If you do these the way you're supposed to do, it takes a fair chunk of time, hour or so, something like that. It's crazy long. But they'll just sit in a piece of water and they'll do their little thing. You can see they're already growing. Pull them out, take a look at them. If I can get in. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. There they are. 44%. And no, they don't despawn, so that's always a good thing. Back in you go. And those will finish up in a minute. But what I'm trying to do... See, I have the ME terminal, which lets you can put things in, pull things out, but you can't do much anything else. And I'll pop a crafting terminal on the side, and that will let me actually use one of these terminals as a crafting table, which is a two-edged sword. Yes, you can craft in the terminal. No, you usually don't want to do it that way because depending on how you access it, it may craft every single item you have in storage, and sometimes you can't go back. I mean, that's okay if you're doing like compressed cobblestone. Yay, we compressed all the cobblestone. Not so good if you're making, well, like formation cores. Oh, we used up all the stinking crystals. Not a good thing. Oh, coffee, the blood of life. Looks like it's about done. Let's take a look. Hop in. Yes, they are done. See, that didn't take long. All I had to do was jabber for a bit. Now we're going to make these. Bloop. Bloop. I don't want to make 4. I only want to make 2. There we go, which is actually 4. So 2 is 2 and 2 is 4. Yeah. And what are we missing? Charged Certus or pure Certus. I knew I needed the Certus for something. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Thought I needed the pure fluix. That must be in the next part. I swear I needed the pure fluix. Clean that up. Oh, I can't do that. I gotta cut that part out. Yeah, it's a bad thing. I get to I need to run. I get to having a good time and I start jamming, and unfortunately, YouTube doesn't like me doing that. So if I do jam, I wind up having to cut it all out so I don't get caught for copyright infringement. Because you can't just have fun. Logic processor. Oh dear. Really need a crafting table over here. Hence, yeah, you can use it just as a crafting table. The crafting terminal. I could run over here and just plunk it in, but then you run the risk of getting thousands of things. So I really need to have a couple more crafting tables laid around. There we go. Now, oof. ME crafting terminal after all that. Yay. Advancement made. A much bigger table. In case you didn't see it, there was a message up in the upper right. There we go. So that's what the crafting one looks like as opposed to just an inventory one. And now you can put stuff in here. Like say I want to do those. If you tap it, you're going to get a, if you do your, I believe it's your, I ain't going to do this. Let's do this because I can undo this one. Compacting the cobblestone. So if you tap it, you get 1. If you shift and then left click, yeah, it takes everything, or tries to. See, all the cobblestone's gone. So let's put that back. I don't want it necessarily compressed at the moment. It won't unconvert it unconditionally. Interesting. Consistency. Like consistency, it's not here. All right, let's put all our toys away. Yeah, I'm still scattered around a little bit. I did some cleaning, but I still got stuff in different places. There we go. So this is our mechanism kit. This is our AE2 kit, development kits. So all the stuff I make that's mechanism is currently in here. Everything I'm making for AE2, well, at least as far as crystals go, is over here. Other AE2 box is over here for things that are more like bin made or other components. Press parts, extra press parts, I should say. The press parts are in the box under the particular, supposed to be under the particular. I don't have any there, that's why. And the silicon press is almost always left in because we use a lot with AE2. So now I've got that done. I am not going to break this down yet. Not certain if Merkin and Bobby are going to pick this up and process it. They can get 5 to 1. If they don't, I'll just run it through here because at this point I have, in general, more stuff than I know what to do with, which is not a bad place to be, but it's not a good place either. And you're like, why wouldn't it be a good place? Having all the stuff you need to make whatever you need, build whatever you need. Well, then the game becomes almost too easy. And I'm not saying Bobby did a bad thing. I mean, this is typically what most mod packs are like. You get to a point where you just have too much stuff, too much power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a little bit of development theory, and if you've watched any of my other videos that have to do with Dcraft, which I know most of them, they're not up at the moment. They're being reprocessed. They'll get back up probably after Astropolis is done uploading. I'll start working back on the Dcraft mods, but development theory. Here, we'll let you take a look. Development theory. I can't even talk. Oh my God. Okay, development theory. I'm going to show you what Bobby did, and then I'm going to show you or tell you what I would do. See, in here, Bobby's got numerous ways to do the same thing. Okay, we got mechanism, we got Tinker Smeltery, we got the thermal machines, yada, 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 yada. So you've got duplications of how to do different things. You got 2 different coke ovens, although apparently the recipe is not what I thought for the immersive engineering one. It's a lot simpler. So I didn't have to do the railcraft. So using this as an example, let's take a look at those. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. COKE. RICK, coke brick. So here's your coke brick for immersive. Yeah, this probably would have been easier for me, except I'm still short on clay. Bricks, clay, sand, get you 3 coke bricks. You need 27 because I believe immersive's a solid block. This is railcraft. It's sand, bricks, and sand. So it's not exactly harder either. We only need 28 of these, but each one costs. You don't get a discount. So each block costs you your materials, whereas you get 3 for 1 for your materials here. So early game, if you've got access to a lot of clay, probably a better choice. I actually had more access to sand, so yeah, it was a good choice for me. But you've got multiple ways of doing things, which isn't bad, because if you're in an area where you have no clay and you got sand, this is a good thing to have. But if you're in an average world where you have average resources, it doesn't matter. You only need 1 of these. And it depends on whether you want, when you're developing the pack, for your player to use certain items, materials, or if you want them to go down a certain path line. Like, say, we didn't have railcraft, but we needed creosote, because your byproduct of putting them through anything through a coke oven is creosote. You need creosote to make treated wood. That's about all you need creosote for. I've never actually seen much use for creosote beyond that. Let's take a look at that real quick. So yeah, unless you're bottling it for a use, you can use it in the compression dynamo, but you need tons of this stuff. And I won't say I haven't used the compression dynamo, but it's been a long, long time. Other than that, it's only used for immersive and railcraft items. So, yeah, pretty much not a lot of use. Ore drill. Apparently it's a byproduct again, so there's another way to get it. Don't need to get it, need to get rid of it. You can use it for fuel in a survival generator, furnace generator, overclock, so you can use it for fuel, but that's it. Those are your two uses, fuel and treated wood products and a couple torches. So, like I say, duplication, sometimes good, sometimes not. The way I developed Dcraft, it's all soft gated for the technology, so you have to go and follow certain things in a certain order, and typically there's not a lot, there's a little bit of duplication, but there's not a lot of duplication. Yes, I have like 7 different power systems, but RF is only one of them. I'll let that sink in. RF is only one of them. And you wind up using almost all 7 throughout the entire game. So, if you like things that are a little more, I don't know, complicated, mysteries to solve as far as, figuring out the tech, there are packs out there. Dcraft is one of them. If you rather have something a little easier on your brain, but just as fun, there's other packs out there. Actually, most of the packs are like that, and they're like this one, Railway Revolution. They don't care. They don't care how you get there. They just want you to make trains. Choo-choos. Yeah. So, like I say, it's not a bad thing. It's just a different thing. And a lot of people get hung up on that. It's not a bad thing. It's just, even I do. I rant about PCs versus Macs. And quite honestly, if PCs work better, I probably would go with PCs. But for what I do, Macs are better. And they're less headaches. So I use Macs. I can use a Mac as a PC. Who would want to? Got to get that in there. Yeah, you have more games for PCs, but let's face it, Minecraft on a Mac with all the RAM and all the processing power I've got with this thing, yeah, you got to have a really big PC. I don't need a big PC. I got a nice, smallish, medium size iMac that I'm doing this on, and I can run like 3 different versions of Minecraft at the same time. So when I'm doing development, I can check out different things in different games. But anyhow, I'm prattling on enough. Let's get back to work. You don't want to hear the politics of computers. Oh God, what did I do? I did something. Where did everything? Okay, I didn't reset everything. Good. What's missing? Thought something jumped out of my hand. Must just be seeing things. So there's the excavator, there's the choppy things. No, it's all there. I'm just losing my mind. Anyhow, let's go show you the rig we got downstairs. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to turn on the charcoal while I'm here. Glad I built this shortcut. There's a pain running up the stairs, going around, running over. Now I just shoot down and shoot up. But as I'm playing, it's a cycle of different activities. This is one. Running over, turning the charcoal on and off. Monitoring the level of the pit. Because if it's sunny a lot, it's not bad. It balances in the daytime. Trees tend to grow. At nighttime, trees tend to get chopped down. Unfortunately, we have a lot, and I do mean a lot, of rain in this world. And trees don't grow as well in the dark, and it's dark when it rains. So, yeah, you can put 2 and 6 together and find out you run out of trees fast if it rains a lot. So that's why, especially in the beginning, the first couple times after you've put your saplings down, you want to turn the charcoal quarry off during the daytime so that the trees can sprout back up. There we go. So here's our new power system. This is the line, and it's an extensive line. It goes up there to the next level, which we just came past. And I'm not going to show you everything, but it snakes through the wall, through a ravine, which, yeah, I haven't blocked this off yet. I really need to do that. Do that now. Yeah, snakes through the ravine, comes down there, and gets piped up to a connection on the main grid. So that's 20-ish blocks up. 20-ish, it's probably closer to 35, but yeah. So that took a little doing. Yeah, punching holes in various places, seeing where you're at. I really need to block that off. There we go. Eyesores. Don't need the access way anymore. And what we've got here, I talked about in one video, I think it was the last one. We have a basically endless supply of lava. If you drop your pump in the middle of a lava pool, the source blocks are infinite. So I tried dropping it here. It sucked too much out of these bottom ones, took too long to refill. See, it just took a block and it filled back in. And here's your other thing about duplication. Here's your electric pump, which is a mechanism pump, which quite honestly is probably the best pump if you have power. You got another pump in Buildcraft, but you got to have engines on it to provide Buildcraft energy. You've got a pump for immersive engineering, and the pump's a little quirky to use, but what's really bad that I found in several packs is the immersive iron pipes get all confused and don't always work. So, and it's not always compatible and play nice with other mods. So I went straight to what I consider the top of the tech chain with the electric pump, and I bypassed all the more primitive things. I do use the Buildcraft pumps because they're nice and portable. I don't need a power supply that I have to rig, although I could do it with a battery, I suppose. Right now, this is all it takes. One thermal electric generator at this point and one pump will supply lava to 10 magmatic dynamos. And these are just the basic ones. Yes, I could upgrade them. Right now I'm getting plenty of power, and I'm trying to stress the systems and see how many of these do I need to run my stuff, which will tell me how many I need to lay out here for everybody else's stuff. Right now I'm getting plenty of power. I could upgrade these to the next level. I've got the materials, I've got the ability. I cannot upgrade them past that because I need cryothium. And for cryothium, you need liquid XP. And there's no easy way to do liquid XP in this game. They don't have, what is it? The mob masher and the vacuum hoppers that suck up the XP and the special spikes. And yeah. What was I doing? Yeah, if this doesn't prove I'm actually old, nothing else will. I just went senile, had a senior moment. Blah, 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 blah. I went down, I was looking, blah, blah, energy, blah, blah. I forgot it. Oh well, it'll come back. I come up here. Why did I come up here? You know what's going to happen? I'm going to run all the way down there, and I will probably remember it and forget again when I come up. Don't get old, kids. Just get the experience. Get the wisdom. Listen to people who have made the mistakes. Yeah, you're not going to do it, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So anyhow, cryothium, liquid XP. See, I told you. And we'll probably forget when we get up there. Liquid XP, liquid XP, liquid XP, liquid XP. So cryothium, useful stuff, especially if you've got what the heck's the name of the mod? Gigantic nuclear generator mod. There's a couple versions of it. Cryothium. Let's just look at it. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was going to dump the experience first. Come on. Are you not working? There you go. It's just slow. So if you get something where it hangs and you click it and click it and click it and it don't work, just hit your escape and then come back into the game, and that usually fixes it. So up here, there it is, green. Too much green stuff. The Tome of Wisdom. And all I'm doing is holding down the right click. Now if you shift right click, it comes back. Thought there was a way to get a level. I don't remember. Thought there was a way to open it up and see how much you actually had other than looking at the bar. Oh, shift for details. Oh, there it is. Experience 7479 out of 10,000. So I'm going to have to make another experience book or Tome of Knowledge here really soon. I know we need 2 emeralds for that. I know we need book stuff. Oh, not 3 of those, 3 of these. And I know we need leather, because you need a book as the base. And that's one of the recipes is 3 paper and a leather. If you have leather, that's the easy one. If not, use the immersive engineering one that uses the little wooden tablets. There we go. Stencils, that's what they're called. Uses the blank stencils and string. So again, not bad to have 2 options if you don't have access to leather. Which in some games, it's been really difficult to get leather. There we go, book. Let's just type knowledge in. This is the other thing. You want it, well, first off, get the right one. There is a knowledge book. I don't know what it does. There's your tome. So we've got the emeralds. We need a couple pieces of lapis. But this is the thing. Really, you're going to be one of those? You're not going to let me? No, it's not going to let me. All right. It's lapis. Every now and then you get one where JEI is, or this whole system's just running really slow and likey today. There we go. So you want to stay ahead of this. I've got a second tome built for when I fill up the first tome. We're going to pull this out. Let's do a sort. There we go. And then we're going to just pop these in the corner. I got to find a better place to put these. This is all going to go away, so that they may just stay here and be a good place. This is all eventually going to wind up across the hall in the storage system. And because I built the big, dense covered cables, that should allow us to connect in numerous facilities around the colony without overloading the channels that are used. Initially, I was breaking the power over here for two reasons. One, I didn't have the power, and it goes through it so fast. The other reason, this potentially can take up a channel, and if you aren't using it, what's the point, right? So I just turned that off. There is a way to do it with a lever. I didn't take the time to look it up how to do it because I wasn't going to use it that much. And when I do, it's very short periods. So you're better off just turning it off, and that turns it off permanently and takes it out of the system. So again, power runs over here through a single line. It goes down underneath and connects into these three from below. And then, yeah, we can power the entire ME system from here. So you're probably bored by this point, and I ain't got a whole lot more than I'm going to be able to chat about. Running out of gibbering. Oh, and periodically, here's another good maintenance tip. Periodically, go over, and if no one's on the server, make sure your spawn point's reset in case you changed it by accident. Okay, there must be someone on. Leave bed. Did I miss something? Ah, Bobby has joined. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up. Beep, 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 beep. Map. Yeah, he's here, but he's not here. I should probably turn on the thing. Actually, I'm going to let you go. Oh, here he comes now. You can see him. So I'm going to let you all go, and we might do an interview with Bobby here in a bit.